One of my favorite things in Notion is that a table is not just a table. Did you know that every line you see in the table is not only a line, it's actually a page that you can open where you can add additional information. You can add whatever you want, even new pages. So you can nest lots of information into information into information, and it can be very, very useful. So let's have a look. As you can see, when you move up and down in the name field, this little button that says open pops up. If you click on it, it will actually open a new page. And if you want to make it full screen, just click here, open as page. Then again, to make more room, if you want, toggle small text and full width to move this over here. Now what you see here is the design name and all the information we have in each column. You can also change it here if you want. It's no problem at all. Down here we have this big field where basically we can create whatever we want. We can add any information. It will not show up on the table that we created, but it will always be here and connected to the design. So for instance, you could put text, even a new page, to-do lists, bullet lists, quotes, links, whatever you want. Lots of possibilities. As an example, when you upload your designs on Merch by Amazon, let's say, you need lots of metadata, like descriptions and bullet points and the title and those kind of things. You can add them in here to always have them easily accessible. But the way that this will be the most useful for us is if we would set up a template where we already have some information pre-set up and then we just fill in what we need to fill in for every design. So let's have a look on how this is done. I'm going to go back to the design database. And now you see that since this has been opened as a page, there is this little page symbol next to it. We're going to move up here to new and create a new template. Now we're going to give it a name. Don't worry, it's not a design name, it's just a name for the template, so it's easy to find again. So we're going to call it POD database. Now these things you could leave empty. You can also put something here. For instance, if it makes my process easier that everything I add to this table is already tagged with idea, I can choose this there. Obviously, every time I create a new entry, I can change this, but by default it will just show up with idea, so that maybe makes my life a little bit easier. Now let's open it up as a page to see its whole glory. And we're going to go to small text and full width again to have some more room. So the way I create my metadata is that in the first step, I research all the keywords I want to use. And then as a second step, I am writing the descriptions and everything else. So what I want to do first is create a nice little headline. So I go /heading 2 and I call it keywords. If I want to make this a little bit pop up, I can just go here, go color, and give it a gray background, so it's nice and easy. So here I would write my keywords, and usually I make them comma separated, like keyword 1, keyword 2. And the reason for this is because when I upload them on Spreadshirt, all I need to do is copy and paste this and it will automatically get all the keywords correct. Then there are PODs like Merch by Amazon, and for that I need to write descriptions and bullet points, and I want to have them in here as well. So what I'm going to do is make another heading 2, and I'm going to call this metadata. And again I'm going to make a nice gray background. The way I like to do this is to have a toggle list for each POD that I'm working with. So let's create here with the plus, let's find the toggle list. And I'm going to create one for Merch by Amazon US. So if I hit enter and the tab, it makes a new sub toggle. Here I'm going to add all the information that I want to add. For example, brand name, title, bullet 1, bullet 2, and description. since for Merge by Amazon, the metadata is the same for the US and the UK, I'm just gonna add the UK here too. Then I'm gonna add Merge by Amazon Germany, and I'm gonna go up here and just copy and paste the little toggles. So obviously this is where I would put all the metadata and all the information I want to upload together with my designs. But there is a lot more things that we can actually put inside this template. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to create a new headline and I will call it additional information. Again, I'm going to make it nice and gray. In here you can add anything that you need on a regular basis. As I mentioned, I keep all my designs centralized in a Google Drive folder. So here, to get easy access, I can just make a link that takes me directly to my folder. So the way I would do this is I just type Google Drive. Then I go over to the Google Drive, and here I press the arrow next to BOD Designs and click Get Shareable Link. So now it gives me this link. It's already copied. So I go back into Notion. I mark this Google Drive, click here on Link, and add my link text. So now when I click on here, it will automatically bring me to the correct drive. So let's say I want to speed up my workflow and I always want to quickly access the page I need on Merge by Amazon to upload my designs. So what I can do is the same thing. I can write down Merge by Amazon upload. Then I go and copy the domain, go back to Notion, mark this so the link pops up, and add link. And link. So from now on I have this easily accessible shortcode. Another thing you could add is, for instance, a different page. Let's say you have a brain like me and you forget file sizes from one day to another. I always create a new page and I will call it file sizes. And here I can, for instance, write down the file sizes that I need to remember. Let's say Merge by Amazon. A t-shirt needs to be 4500 by 5400 pixel, and so on and so on. If I go back, I see that I have this information right here. As you can see, there are so many options with these templates, and you can really customize this in any way that is helpful for you. So now let's say we want to make this page a little bit more pretty. We really don't need all this space up here for the keywords. So for instance, what we could do is just select all these parts here and then drag and drop them up here, and you will see this little blue block appear on the side, and just let go, which means that now you have 2 rows. So this goes in here. So you can structure the information in any way you want. So now when we want to add a new design, we can just go new, and then instead of just typing in the information, you can go open here and open as a page. But now you will see that all the things we did before are gone. But down here, there it says POD database. So that's our template. When you click on it, it will bring back all the information that we set up before. So now we can just give it a design name. Let's say test design 5. It's already uploaded. The ID number is 5. I have pop sockets here and the t-shirt there. And then I could put all this metadata and information that I would need. If I just click here, I'm back. And I see that my number 5 is up here and ready to go. So now, as one last thing related to the template, what I like to do is I immediately want to see in the table if I already wrote the metadata or not. And the way we do it is we create a new column with the property checkbox. We're gonna rename it to metadata. And obviously I'm gonna make it a little bit more narrow. And that's it. So now I know if I have the metadata already ready, I can select this and it's easy for me to see and filter. And speaking of easily seeing and filtering the information that we need, that's what we're gonna do next.